This is by far the most popular anchorage in Formentera in the Spanish Balearic Islands. It's pretty spectacular, especially at this time of day. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's find out how we got here, hey?
We've stopped for the night.
Yeah, we had to stop short of our anticipated goal because we just figured we wouldn't make it there on time.
Yeah.
So we spotted this little place which is kind of like tucked way behind a big headland, so it's protected from the swell.
Yeah.
And the wind is coming over the top of this rocky prominence in front of us, so this is a good spot. It's a good spot for the night. We got a mooring ball.
Yeah.
Didn't have to anchor.
No, so we learned how to get a mooring ball and tie that off. Kind of looks like everybody else's, doesn't it?
Works for me. That's the mooring ball we picked up. Might just actually give it a little bit more slack so that it's not so tight up to our bow. But apart from that, it wasn't a bad day. Had its ups and downs. Wasn't too much sailing, mostly motoring. We arrived here safely. So that's a win, I think, in my book. So this is what we're waking up to this morning. Not too bad. So it was just us and the other guy last night. And even though this anchorage looks fairly calm and flat, when the boat spun on the mooring ball, it did go through quite a little rocky time, so we're going to adjust the mooring ball attachment this morning. So yeah, not the best night's sleep, but you know, we'll get used to it. Right, just nice and flat. Cool bananas. Engine, we're actually getting around about 7.5 knots of speed. Everywhere we go, we got to watch out for these fish farms. You can see behind me, they're all over the place and they're huge. They're well marked with cardinal markers. Our chart is a little bit old in the fact that it doesn't show the extent of the fish farms that have obviously grown up since the chart was first put onto that little card. We're just approaching Playa Granadella, and I'll link to the video on screen right now that we visited Playa Granadella, I don't know, way back in February, March, something like that. And hopefully, if there's space, we're going to be dropping our anchor in there and staying for a couple of days. The wind's going to be against us for the next couple of days, so if we can bunker down here and spend the next couple of days doing some scuba diving, that'll be a lot of fun. So we're going to get there and have a look-see how busy or quiet it is. Fingers crossed there's going to be space for us. How's your morning going?
Well, I'm not brushing my hair yet, so it's kind of a bit rolly. Gagging for a cup of tea, but I'm not going to put the kettle on the stove.
Yeah, it doesn't look much on camera, and it really isn't much if we're facing in the right direction. The problem that we've got at the moment is the swell's coming in from one direction and the wind's coming in from a right angle direction. So the boat always tries to point into the wind, and when it does, that puts a side onto the swell, and that makes the boat roll like crazy, and it's uncomfortable, and it's pretty difficult to get things done. As soon as we swing back to those mountains, I'll show you what I mean about how it rolls.
Sort of goes in cycles, so it sort of picks up speed, and you know, like a pendulum, it gets wider and wider, and then it calms down, and then it starts again. It's Thursday morning at 10 to 8, and we have just left Javea, and we're making our way to Formentera, which is one of the Balearics or Balearics. The reason we're leaving now rather than staying in Javea is because the swell was making it very rolly, and it was so uncomfortable last night, and it didn't look as if it was going to get any better today at all, or even this evening. So we decided to head off to Formentera. We expect to be motoring most of the way, because it doesn't look as if we're going to get strong winds.
We haven't really slept well for the last 3 nights because of the horrendous swell that we've been encountering and no wind. And I'm having a bad hair day. But you know what? I don't care. We're sailing our yacht past Ibiza. It's just over there. How good's that? And where we're going, Formentera, is just ahead of us, about an hour and a half away. Not sure this camera will pick that up. Not enough swingage between those two. Some good friends of ours gave us the champagne with instructions that we should open it when we either called into our first marina or dropped into our first anchorage. I know we've done a couple on the way, but this is truly the first one because it took us 8 hours to get here.
Yeah, it was like across the real sea,
Yes.
not just up the coast.
No, we were out of sight of land.
Yeah.
So, cheers for this. We're going to open this now. We're going to drink this between us, and then I think we're going to crash because we are so tired. Oh, we're in Formentera, by the way.
Yes.
One of the Balearic Islands, just to the south of Ibiza. Surrounded by very nice water. Unfortunately, a lot of jellyfish in it.
Yes.
And a very busy anchorage. You can't see it from the camera angle, but there are huge boats in here. I mean, multi-million-dollar boats.
Yeah, and there have been lots and lots of little pleasure craft as well. A lot of them have gone home. Stubby holders, champagne and stubby holders.
You can take the Aussies out of Australia, but you can't take Australia out of the Aussies.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We made it.
Oh, that's nice. So thank you for the champers, and thank you for joining us, each and every one of you.
Indeed. Got the ferry coming in over there.
I'm glad we moved away from
Oh yeah.
that other one.
Yeah.
That would have been rolling.
Bouncy, bouncy. I've had enough of that.
Oh yeah. Right, let's get this vlog finished. Sunset at Formentera. I don't know whose boat that is, but it's making a really good backdrop against the sun. I can't believe this is my life. Ours is over there, getting wet, and we're just about to go for a walk around one of the towns in Formentera. I'm still trying to integrate all of this. It's bizarre.
If you enjoyed this video, remember to give us a thumbs up, it really does help us out. Remember to also click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notifications when a new Sailing ABC video comes out. And if you've got any comments or questions, leave them down below. As soon as we see them, we'll get back to you.